Have any scenarios been ruled out? I know looking back at the guys you've brought in throughout these workouts, you've kind of gone everywhere throughout it. So when will you know, when will the picture get a little bit clearer for you guys?
Well, it'll probably be most clear on Thursday night when the draft selection is made and either retained or moved on. I will tell you that we've been very active, whether it's evaluating the draft picks, looking at the scenarios that relate to those draft picks and how they fit into our roster. Must understand also everything's being laid over a pending free agent plan as well. So there's multiple scenarios that can be affected by the draft selection. And then obviously there's been some value in 8, some interest in 8 that would possibly have the pick in play, and we've got to weigh what pieces are coming, the impact salary-wise and how it affects pending free agency. We've got certain parameters that we need to stay within if we are to accomplish some of the things that we're hopeful to accomplish. So it's not a matter of just answering the question vaguely. There are literally so many balls up in the air that so many different scenarios could play out. At this stage, it's premature to give any kind of indication. Plus, I probably wouldn't do that anyways because that's not part of the game that we play as it relates to the draft, as it relates to our thoughts in free agency. But we are looking to improve the basketball team. We're looking to add talent, as we've said. Everything that we've done to date over the last 2 years has kind of been with this in mind, having the flexibility to make decisions on draft night, having the decision or the ability to make a decision to acquire a player right now if it was the right piece or the right player. So we've got the flexibility now. Again, we've got roughly about $11 million of cap space today. That number changes July 1st because you've got then 2 draft picks that would be included as cap holds. The 8th selection in this year's draft and then the 5th selection in last year's draft. But those numbers are preset and predetermined, and so we've laid that into the model moving forward. And we've looked at all the different scenarios that could play out. So if the pick is traded, the number for that allocated selection would come off the books, but something else would be going on, obviously, if a player was acquired. And again, we've got multiple scenarios that we're evaluating. We're also trying to determine what's going to be there with the 8th selection. So many different things are, speculated on above us. Is someone going to jump into 5 and acquire the 5th pick to acquire a particular player? Does 6 and 11 stay put? Because Portland's got 2 picks. They're contemplating something. Charlotte may move out of 2. All of it is, again, speculation. But I truly think there are some legs to some of the conversations because, we might even be involved in some of those or at least feeling our way through a few of the scenarios. So that's not to be specific about any of them. It's just that we know 8 is certainly in play because there's a number of teams that have inquired about it. And we've inquired about a few picks ahead of us to make sure that if we are going to pinpoint one player that we target that we have to move up to get, then we would look to do so if necessary.